Okay, let's start off this video by saying I am receptive. I let go of the past and live present for the future. Okay? So, hello, my name is Kat. This is my tarot channel. We're going to be doing a love reading today. So, I've been hearing some words pop out already. I've been hearing electric, I've been hearing eye contact. It feels like this eye contact is with a person that you already know or are thinking of a lot. It seems pretty intense, like there's been a lot of resistance around this space for a long time. There has been a separation in place that has been making your bond grow stronger. So let's talk about it. What is your role in this relationship? The Seven of Wands. So what that kind of tells me is that you have a lot on your plate right now. You have a lot of responsibilities. You might have 2 jobs. I don't know why, but 2 jobs just came in. You might have children that also came in. So you might have a lot going on in your life. I think you're fighting the good fights in taking care of yourself. And I feel like this relationship has taken a back burner in the priority list of your life. So let's see what your partner's role is. Sorry, I'm kind of on a hill right now, so I keep moving. But it is what it is. So, what's your partner's role? What's your soulmate's role in this? The clouds are very still this morning, which kind of gives me a sign that things are definitely at a pause. The Knight of Pentacles. Let me just show you. The Knight of Pentacles. You know how the Knight of Pentacles is... They're sitting on a horse, but the horse is also still. There's not a lot of movement. It's kind of like they've already taken that action, and then they're just receiving the material wealth that they deserve. It's more of meditating on abundance. That's what I'm getting. So I think what they're doing is they also have a lot going on because it's a Pentacle card. Pentacle cards are all about earth elements and gaining the physical items and abundance that we have in the 3D. So I think they're wanting more for themselves, and that's kind of what role they're playing right now. So what's the past foundation here, Spirit? What's the past foundation? The Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so I feel like this is a newer relationship with the ace being in place. It feels like it's come out of thin air, just kind of you didn't expect it. They didn't expect it. It was very you were living your own life. You were deciding that you were independent in your own life. Maybe you were with a partner. Maybe you are with a partner. And that's why there's a lot of resistance here. Or maybe it's because, obviously, of your responsibilities. But it seems like you guys clicked out of nowhere. You didn't expect to click like that. You've never met anyone like this before, and they never met anyone like you before. And it seems like y'all really understand each other on a soul level, and that's what's so beautiful about this relationship. So what's the current state right now, Spirit? What's the current state right now? The King of Swords. Okay, so there's a lot of thought being put into this relationship. There's a lot of intelligence here. There's a lot of power plays being made. Things are becoming very balanced at this time due to this separation that has been going on. I don't know how long y'all have not seen each other. Maybe you're just seeing less and less. Let's see what the future card is for this. Love connection. What's the future card for this right now? The Ten of Swords. So I think y'all are going to possibly end a chapter in your current lives and probably end your relationship with them, because it's the closure that you'll need in order to move on with what you desire in your life right now. I don't know if this is maybe this is an old relationship that you need to end, or maybe this is just, it needs to happen right now for things to change in the future. The Moon card just popped out. So yeah, there's a light at the end of this. There's a path to be followed. And you might feel a little sad about this. I'm getting sadness. I'm getting avoidance of the topic of this because it's been so heavy on your mind. And I just want you to know that this is true love here, this is passion, this is romance, but sometimes we need a pause for us to reflect, reset our nervous systems, and kind of go back to our mission of being here is to love, right? The whole point of being on earth is to spread love. And if going with this relationship right now is going to hurt other people, like immensely hurt other people, then I think we need to think about our next move, our next action. So maybe closing this chapter off right now is the best move, especially with the King of Swords being in the current position, because once this door is closed, another door will open. Okay, let's pull an oracle card to clarify. This is my own oracle deck, so if you do want it, there's a pre-sale link in my bio. So what is the overall guidance for this, Spirit? This overall guidance. See, feel, let go. Amber Vision card coming up. Yes, so this is all about like clarity, healing, and moving forward with love in your life. Let's have another one. So, Camel Moon is also coming up. This is all about cycles and adapting and moving towards the next shift that you're going to go through. We can read about both of them if you want. There's some journal prompts in here that I wrote. I don't remember the whole book, okay? Another important thing to notice is the Camel Moon number is 13. And I've been seeing 13 so much, almost every day now. It was every other day. Now I see it every day. I keep seeing 13. And camels are about healing. They're about resilience, okay? They go through the harsh environments of the desert to survive. And they're slow, but they're steady. So let's read about the Camel Moon. I'll hold it up for you. So this is quiet strength. This is, I am the softness that survives. You can see in her eyes in the moon. Her eyes are soft and sharp all at once. She's danced through the same cycles more than once, repeating patterns, questioning her light, flirting with her own shadow. But this time, something's different. The camel, quiet and powerful, sends butterflies into her sky, tiny messengers of change, born from endurance. This card is about breaking patterns without burning yourself out. Okay, so maybe this is an obsessive thought that's been going on, and you're trying to break this pattern. You're not weak for circling back, you're wiser with each turn. The Camel Moon asks, what if your environment isn't what needs to change, but the way you move through it? The journal prompt here is, what shadow am I finally ready to seduce into the light? I love that. Now we can talk about Amber Vision. Amber Vision's number is 27. And this is kind of all about like emotional insight, surrendering to that. Clarity drips from what you're willing to feel. So, it's your invitation to see through the sweetness and sorrow with the same eye. This card speaks to the clarity that comes after the tears, the vision that crystallizes when you stop resisting what you feel. Just like honey, truth can be thick, golden, and slow to pour. But when it does, it coats everything in meaning. You may be at a moment where deep emotion is begging to be acknowledged. The eye on this card drips not just honey, but memory, grief, tenderness, all the feelings you've tucked away. Let them rise. Let them flow. Amber Vision doesn't ask you to fix anything, only to witness it with open perception. That's where healing begins. What you feel isn't weakness, it's wisdom in its rawest form. And the journal prompt here is, if my emotions could paint a picture, what would it look like and what would it reveal that words couldn't? So based off of these two cards alone in the entire reading, it seems to me that there's a lot of emotion that hasn't been processed. I think you're viewing these emotions that you haven't processed as weaknesses and fears instead of rather fuel to not block yourself. That's how you should look at it. We should rewire our fears, our thoughts, like our doubts, because that is the road to success. we need to repeat our affirmations. We need to repeat them in the morning. This is just a tangent here, okay? We need to repeat our affirmations in the morning, because the more we repeat, the more our brains will believe it. We need to rewire our brains, because I feel like you're stuck in this cyclic pattern of obsessing over this person, realizing that there's resistance here, it's not going to happen until you break through this. So, yes, repeat your affirmations, reverse your fears, and reframing your thoughts, okay? So instead of saying, I'm afraid I'll lose, just say, I'm going to grow into success. I'm learning to grow into success. That's the thought. That's the reframe. That's the clock back. That's when you stand on business. It's not clocking to you, is it? Okay, I'm sorry. That got a little wild there. So let's pull a little bit more oracle from a couple other card decks. Spirit, is there any other messages that you want to give this collective at this time for this love collective? So this is enlightenment, the water lily. Yes, there's a lot of raw intimacy, like emotion that's being like seen right now, and you're scared of it. But this is what am I trying to say here? This is your time to reflect on what you really want. Maybe you've been really confused, and that's kind of why the clouds were stormy the other day, and that's kind of why they're still right now, because you're finding clarity in this. You're realizing that not everything is permanent, and maybe there's some relationships that you need to cut off, scared to cut off, you feel uncomfortable. There is love all around you. And sometimes when you're at your weakest moments is the best time to make this change, because then the spirits know that you're ready to have a more abundant life. So, what else, spirits? The void. So stop, embrace winter, great cosmic wound. Maybe you need to reflect on this a little bit more before you take action. That's kind of what the void card is telling me. And life will always have challenges, but do not forget to have fun. So this might be heavy on your heart quite a bit. And the spirits are telling me that you need to have fun with what your life has right now. You need to find those small little moments in your life. I know it's really hard right now because I feel a lot of tension, but this love connection that you have with your soulmate is so magnetic. It's going to come back together. Okay? It's going to come back together. Whether it's with this person or someone even better, you know? And the seashore is coming out. I don't remember too much about the seashore one, but it does have dolphins in it. And dolphins are like a very pure animal. That's the word that's coming out, purity. This is the moment of revelations. So it might not unfold as you planned, but it will bring you the growth you need. Release control. You're trying so hard to just have everything that you want in the moment right now. I feel like I keep hearing it's farther away than you think. So maybe stop thinking about the time too much, because the time right now is not the time. And it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. So observe life from the drama and pay attention to the questions that arise in tranquility. Perhaps you have been too rigid. So accept the outcome, experiencing a moment of revelation, feeling enlightened, finding a solution, and finding a new perspective is what is in balance at this time. So you might be realizing things that you have been suppressing in the back of your mind and you've been worrying about for a while. But it's important to stay present so you can be receptive, right? That's what I started this message on, because we want our futures to be bright. We want them to be light. We don't want them full of sadness and negativity and shadows, because that's what we're here. We're here to work on all of that, right? A new future is coming. You're so beautiful. You're so I'm getting so excited because you deserve everything that you want in this life. You deserve the outcome that you want. Maybe it's not the outcome that you need right now, but you will get what you want. I love you guys. I hope this message resonated with you, and I'll see you next time. Love you. Bye.